That's right. I think this is a pretty nice match for us to be able to start on. NIGMA Galaxy versus OG.
Gyro can just itemize to be tanky, Ags, BKB, Satanic. You're probably going to get a damage item in there, but Invoker, he makes you go the next level.
Big blast to show up. Yuragi does manage to snatch up the bounty rune and get the first blood. That goes to Misha on GH.
We'll see who performs better. That would be interesting. But
man, look at these two, Amar and Taiga. Killed. He's just dead.
Yeah, I think you can do pretty well. I think, again, the double courier snipe in the early lane bullying just by Weaver with the missile ended up putting them in an awkward position. I still think this is a fine lane for them. Like,
oh, Kuro, is he going to go for it? He will. Taiga gets the kill first, but still, they trade out supports, deal with some of this hard camp pull.
I also think NIGMA's pretty happy with these types of trades, though, because anytime you can accelerate Gyrocopter like this...
Oh, yeah, look at him, and he's immediately going for the punish onto Amar. Amar was looking forward to this giant creep wave that was coming in. He has double range creeps, Avery. You know you hate to see it.
Oh, you know he hates to see it.
Look at him buy back immediately.
We always hear No-Tail talk about psychological damage, but how much of that buyback is doing it to your own team? Like, you're in that other lane, you hear this buyback sound at 6 minutes in the game. It can't be a good sign, right?
One of his teammates is like, wait, is this a pub right now? Is it Amar time already? BZM, big nuke to be able to take him down, but BZM is still going to be potentially caught here. Maybe they get 2 kills for 1, though, and that's not too bad. Granted, it's 2 supports for a core, but considering that heavy rotation.
Misha TP'd in.
Yeah, Misha TP'd in, and he's maybe going to go back home.
It's really hard to just push mid into Quas-Wex. It's hard to go into this Gyros lane. ILTW stayed down here, and they're even going to try and capitalize on it. 4 heroes.
They're going to punish Amar. His Stampede still on cooldown. I'm not sure how GH missed that roll. That looked like he hit him, but either way, it's a very dead horse. Very smart. Drags the creep wave outside of the tower range, so the siege wagon dies that much sooner, but it is left on very little HP. Oh, GH spies a stack and is actually going to pop his ultimate to try and clear through it. Kuro's going to play a little bit of interference there. Gives up his life perhaps a little bit faster than he intended, but they are taking that stack.
Who's taking it?
Oh, never mind. All right, Taiga. He got wind of it still. GH, I feel like, got a hefty number of those. Nice kick back there on the Centaur with the Tornado as well on top. A pretty clean extraction there as the Gyrocopter coming in from the other side. ILTW, the skirmisher you called him, and he shows up at a perfect time to be able to ensure 1, maybe 2 kills. Taiga, GH wants it. He gets the kick. He's got the sounds pull back, and surely Miracle will be enough to finish him. He is indeed.
You get this blink, and then what do you do with it? It's hard for me to see him go in here. Like, NIGMA is here, just piling damage.
Nice thunder at the last second. They still have plenty of damage to be able to bring down Yuragi if they can keep him in place, but they can't. GH was unable to get another round of disables in, and GH is actually going to be pulled back into a stomp there from Amar. They get that fast kill. Kuro in the back lines actually gets a little bit low as well. So OG with a very successful defense and perhaps a little bit more. They're going to be able to bring mind control a little bit low, but BZM's got to be careful. Nice stomp in. What is he going to do with that blink dagger? And he shows up big time in the first one. BZM barely able to slide away from Kuro just in time. Miracle throws out a desperate tornado. It's not going to catch BZM, and it may not save Miracle's life either, as he's going to be slowed down by that solar bind. OG playing that very defensive fight to a picture-perfect result.
This is a very rare timing to see a gem at 17 minutes, but definitely helps them deal with this Ghost Walk and the Weaver, which have been super annoying in the fights. Very daring Roche attempt here, though.
I've been seeing earlier gems, but I attribute it more to like Templar Assassin and clearing out traps. Really interesting that it's still thinking.
Well, he just got bound with it.
They managed to find it. The gem. Ew, no, it's immediately going to be dropped onto the ground. Is anybody going to be able to pick it up? OG, they're on full retreat here, so it looks like NIGMA should be able to pick it up after they're done feasting on Amar. Their eyes, as well as ours, were all towards that Harpy, checking out the pit, and they said, wait a minute, nobody's in the pit. Where's NIGMA? And then next thing you know, they're 5-man smoked right on top of BZM, and they get that fast kill, and maybe NIGMA that ambitious Roshan can still pay out some dividends. Is unfortunately they're going to lose Kuro, so maybe not.
Yeah.
The 4 position is trying to transition into a core right now.
I mean, that's every Coddle player. Like, they're going to play to carry the game. That's what this hero does. He's a 2 masquerading as a 6er.
Oh,
whatever.
big Stampede Blink. They're going to be able to find Miracle here. Big kill for OG. Yeah.
He seems kind of mad, and he's taking out his vengeance.
He's like the Hulk. You don't want to make him angry, Kuro.
Testing.
They're going to throw it in. GH, he tries to roll in, but unfortunately he's just a second too late, and immediately he's decimated, as is Mind Control, perhaps. He's having some big issues, but maybe not.
The
Metamorphosis actually runs out at the perfect timing. ILTW, though, slowed down by the Scotty. He tried to man up, but the Terrorblade was a little bit too much for him. Still, though, the rest of NIGMA are alive. They're trying to keep their distance away from this TB. He's got the Aegis after all. There's no point to commit here. Kuro, once again, this Tumblr's toy. They commit too much. I feel like they're always losing Roshan fights. I don't know what it is, but every single time they get close to the Roshan pit, it's just not good news for NIGMA. As they're going to lose Miracle and Kuro as OG Hunting Squad continues to run around the map, and apparently the Dagon's paying off already.
They're looking like it. Tumbler toy into Stampede. I'm not even sure they saw anything there, just fishing.
Oh, Smoke's going to break. Dives behind the tier 2, barely misses out on spotting ILTW, and is now maybe going to get caught, though. NIGMA, they're going to get sandwiched at the same time. There's a gigantic Terrorblade coming in from the other side. Amar's going to go for a TP out, a desperate one at that. It doesn't actually make it through. Yuragi's being slowed down by the supports. They do manage to kill Kuro, snatching him up by BZM, and TB delivers the damage. NIGMA Galaxy, though, trying to play cat and mice here into the tree. Really nice deafening blast there into the meteor. They have to pop their BKB, and this Terrorblade, he's going to get caught in the second life. He's not going to have that Metamorphosis. This could be a disaster for OG as Misha's going to get run down. Can the TB get out of here? GH is able to roll into him. Immediately the damage comes in, though. Taiga blows up 2. BCM trying to help out the Yuragi, pull him back in, keep the Terrorblade on top of these range heroes with the Scotty, and he delivers the damage to be able to get these kills. It seems like a melee TB is just as good of a threat as a ranged one.
I mean, it's just so much damage. Once your BKB's out, and ILTW might have to pop it again. He can't get it off.
He's just blown up too quickly. Time for high ground. 25 seconds for the gyrocopter.
Full Ags and level 20 on this Void Spirit. He is just untouchable, it feels like.
Nice tornado timing. GH is going to be able to nail him with the roll-in. He's silenced as well. Self-tornado, but a roll on top of that one. Oh, he was so close to hitting him, but he slid right past the Void Spirit as he came down from the Yule Scepter. He tried to do the kind of delayed stone drop because GH realized his timing was going to be a little bit off there, but even that little tricky play was not good enough.
Terribly just taking your base here, guys.
Yeah.
This guy's way too far ahead. It's impossible to engage on him here.
It seems like perhaps OG is going to give up before they can finish up the melee barracks. Didn't know exactly where anybody was. Almost found GH and Mind Control, but ends up getting neither. Or maybe he's going to be able to get both. He pulls back Mind Control. Dissimulate's going to do a decent amount of damage. Misha is here maybe to help deliver the finishing blow. They actually managed to get a nice two-man stomp. A push back in. Miracle's certainly dead, and ILTW, he will fall right after him. Oh, what a jump from Amar, and he double tips him this game. He says, the laning phase, it's whatever, man. It's about winning the game. That's the important part. Amar's going to go ahead, can complete the trifecta, perhaps. A third stomp onto a third
crit him into the next game right there.
And OG, that may just be it. They're going to force out some buybacks. I don't think NIGMA can possibly fight without their gyrocopter, so it's going to be 2 lanes of barracks at least.
Yeah, it's out spam and hope it takes him longer than
Look at Amar, he's already got the mantles queued up.
You already know. You already know this man's thinking about the fountain camp.
Oh no, Amar, don't do it to him. This is a proud team, a proud organization. They're TI winners, for God's sakes, Amar. You can't be dropping mantles on them.
He hasn't dropped them yet, you know.
That's an off-laner trait for sure, right? You got to get mad. Dying in lane. Oh, Yuragi! He almost made it up to the high ground, and ILTW would have been in big trouble. In fact, you could see he immediately just BKB TP just out of fear of what that Scotty would do to him. But if he doesn't fight, who will. They're going to be giving up megas if they don't try and put a stop to them here. OG marching forward.
Gyro ult to try and kill this Harpy creep. This thing's still flying around, giving insane vision.
Oh, Omar goes for the initiation Stampede. They're going to be able to find GH, just a simple pullback, and now he gets the stomp in. That's going to be on Mind Control. Mind Control cannot stand up to the physical damage of the Terrorblade, who gets force-staffed in, finds ILTW, can't even crawl back to the fountain. Omar begins the drop. That's right. Offer your hand, or he might just tornado you and walk away.
I mean, Venge is a very fickle beast. This is a hero that it goes really well or it backfires really hard, so I'm kind of interested to see it, and Jakiro's going to kill Jakiro here.
He is indeed. The fake Jakiro is slain, and Misha falls.
He's not accelerating at a crazy rate here, so...
So if this game is all about the Templar Assassin, the question is whether or not NIGMA have addressed the early TA pickup, as we're going to see a Burrow Strike immediately onto Yuragi. The Battery Assault inside of the creep wave is going to be pretty ineffective. Mind Control going for the Caustic Finale. Pops, and he does actually get it. First on the creep, then on the Venge. That does some hefty damage to Misha as a result, who's now being body blocked to oblivion here by GH. They get the level 2, the cogs inside, and Mind Control will find, well, not him, GH will find the double kill.
This is super big for Enigma because Clock is a very snowball-based support. Yeah. He needs the early kill. Yuragi's going to get the last...
Okay. Apparently Mind Control is just like, I'm not going back for nothing.
I mean, he wants the trip to base, so...
Yeah.
Honestly, it's probably the cheaper route, but the double kill feed, that's a bit rough.
What is with these two teams, man?
I don't know if that was the play. I think one going to base is maybe okay, but suddenly Venge is top of the net worth on 9 CS. That's a little much for me.
Oh, Kuro's going to die. He has continued to try and be aggressive on Taiga, but Taiga knows Enchantress very well. Meanwhile, mid lane, though, GH dying has actually presented an opportunity for him to rotate into mid. He's going to drop an early sentry just to prevent an idea of a meld, and the Rocket Flare is enough to be able to secure the kill. Oh, no, he had 6. He had 6 charges. GH, his gank was also ruined in a way. Hey, Taiga shows
Skeletons
up
taking
for the
tower.
Skeleton push, and the mid tower's already taken so much damage. The side blades off of the cogs. GH needs to be able to get out of there. Taiga, once again, he is so confident in this heal to be able to keep him alive, and Tornado comes through, catches BZM. The cogs push back is going to be able to help, but it does actually, with the side blades, line up and get GH killed instead of Miracle. Maybe Miracle is still in trouble. Sideblade doesn't land. Another TA trap. Chases after him, but the Fairy Fire, now the turnaround with the damage over time with the Cold Snap. That's going to be a nice combo. Does a good amount of damage to BZM. Enchantress still threatening to the dive here. GH is going to re-TP back in to chase away some of these heroes and perhaps cancel some of that healing salve on BZM. Why do Skeletons have an ability like that? I swear to God, Rally's such a crazy spell.
And they're going in round 2.
Misha, they do have the TA trap to be able to slow down these heroes. Misha, though, is gonna die. The Tornado now trying to help Miracle get out. He actually turns around, throws the damage onto Taiga. Maybe accepting his fate. In return, he gets a double kill. And GH plus Kuro can do some damage to BZM, but now Yuragi has shown up. He's going to show up at the tail end of this fight to ensure that this mid lane push goes the way of OG, and they will take this tower by 8 minutes. In order to play this hero as a safe laner, you're going to have a very different style.
Yeah, and he has to be doing this because, again, his TA is the carry. So he's got to be the one connecting to make sure these objectives happen. Doing a great job of it.
TP's in just in time. Mind Control going to be able to catch up to Taiga and run him down with the Epicenter in the last final swing.
Jakiro versus Jakiro in the Roche pit.
Oh, and it's Kuro who walks away with the victory thanks to a little help from Miracle. Omar's not being, you know, sometimes we see him build an armlet, build a little bit greedier, carry style off lane. This game, a big priority on that Blink Dagger like you were just talking about. Taiga's going to be found next to the Roshan pit.
smoked Mars coming in, though.
Oh, yeah, and BCM has already pounced on top of Miracle.
Shot.
They need a little bit more damage to kill Miracle. 1 or 2 shots from the TA should be enough, but he gets up to the high ground, but he's burning out from the Ignite, and he's also been spotted. He turns around, throws one last cold snap before he dies. BZM collecting kill after kill, scalp after scalp alongside Amar, and they get 4 kills, 2 doubles, and potentially a Roshan to just the cherry on top of that beautiful team fight.
NIGMA has to choose fights really carefully. They have to play around Invoker, use his damage.
And they're not the ones choosing the fights at all, as it's going to be Amar who finds the opportunity first. Picking up mind control with the spear. Miracle, nice deafening blast with the Macro Pyre, actually did a decent amount of damage. Unfortunately, they couldn't keep them locked in there.
They want to make something happen.
Blink burrow into the epicenter with the cold snap. That's going to be a really nice combination. Yuragi could go for the swap here. He's looking for it, but the cold snap's not letting him get it off. He finally, the tornado, is that going to be enough? He does dive. The swap back in, gets mind controlled killed. At the same time, they managed to catch Misha with the 2 supports.
Centaur Stomp?
GH. Centaur Stomp gets in front of him. He's trying to go for the body blocks as well. The disarm lasting so long on BZM. Got to be careful of the side blades off of the cogs. GH looks like he's going to be okay for now until Amar shows up on the other side, catches him with the spear, and finishes him off with a big rebuke.
I mean, nice kill on this Venge. It's a huge kill for NIGMA. Definitely worth it in the exchange. It's an uphill battle here for sure. They're keeping the net worth even. They're trying to hold this tier 2. Amar does not want to let them hold this tier 2. He's making the correct play. Kick them out of here while you are way stronger.
Asserting his strength, they actually ran through a TA trap there. Miracle, they know he was here. TA immediately jumps on it. They managed to hit him with a monster Macro Pyre, but he still has the Aegis, and they've got to play this very slow on the side of NIGMA. They're going to be able to catch Amar inside of his own arena, but at the same time, Amar, he'll happily trade this out if BZM can actually clean up some of the kills, and with the side blades hit, it's looking okay. He gets GH finally. Yuragi swaps him back out of danger as the IL2W showed up for the last bit of that engagement, but he doesn't actually add that much damage.
Aegis gonna tick out.
It's going to tick out. That's going to be life number 1. ILTW is almost out of mana here. He's in some serious trouble. He has just enough to be able to get off the Stone Gaze, and that may keep some of these heroes at bay. Misha actually dies to the split shot, but ILTW, he needs to full-out retreat. The rest of OG is strong enough to back into this tier 2 tower and finish it off. Oh! Nice 4-staff forward, getting him out of that Sunstrike.
ILTW showing up there at the end, kind of being able to get his other heroes out of dodge, and they're smoking right back out. This TA doesn't have Aegis anymore.
Really big kill, thinking, oh, what was that 4-staff? He tried to go for a Cogs pushback, but it looks like maybe an offensive 4-staff. BZM, as a result, is still free to be able to go in. He finishes off mind control. He is going to be caught in this tornado with the cold snap in the air, and he's just going to get burnt down too quickly. But Yuragi is still going strong here. Nails Miracle with Amar showing up as well and completely negating the damage of ILTW. ILTW is left alone, a man on the island standing, and he may have a lot of tank, but he doesn't have any damage, and eventually he's going to get burned down by the 4-man of OG. Is Ice Dash going up? Maybe? Okay. Rampage for Yuragi, but ILTW gets the triple kill in return. Kuro on the retreat, but Yuragi as a spirit form is going to be able to catch him with missiles, and he's still got a swap too. Or no, not a swap, but it doesn't matter. A double Rampage for Yuragi in this crazy back and forth game. We have had 45 kills in 19 minutes, SVG.
Miracle went back for the Midas.
Really?
I must say, if there were a game that didn't feel like a Midas game, it would have to be this one. But
yeah, seriously.
I mean, to some degree, there's not really another, like, it is a very good item on this hero. It helps you scale into that late game, which is where NIGMA's gonna have to win this game.
Yeah.
So to some degree, it makes sense. It just feels awkward, but they find Yuragi here.
I don't know if they want to go on a Venge, and Venge certainly wants to go on them. Immediately managed to get the spear. Mind control going to be chain stun into this arena. He's just standing there trying to wait out the arena before he burrow strikes away, and he does manage to do so. Nice stun with the meteor, but on the second life, immediately Yuragi throws out his stun, catches GH, and they run him over. Looking for more now. Misha hunting any heroes they can find.
Just keep playing around your TA, keep the aggression up, play around your traps, don't give NIGMA any breathing room. And this is how you play this map until the next Aegis comes out. That's pretty much OG's game plan. They want to go high ground with that next Aegis. Just swap someone in and take the fight. They might even just swap. Yeah, there's a swap on the Dusa.
Now it does set up a big
epic.
epicenter. Taiga almost caught by the Sunstrike, but he managed to stay alive. BCM similarly at half health, but 4 staffs away. Taiga does end up getting caught by GH. Yuragi a little bit low on the Spirit, but he's going to be back into real form, and that's why Amar is going to go in, especially with this BKB. He takes out the Jakiro. It looks like GH has wandered a little bit too far forward as well. NIGMA, they thought it was their turn to get aggressive, but OG, they were just biding their time before they struck again.
You'd be surprised. You catch people off guard.
Oh, they see an opportunity. OG is very spread out around the map. I mean, granted, they're going to run into the Vengeful Spirit first.
Yeah, this
which
is not the target
ideal.
you want to go on, but they don't have a choice.
Yeah, they really don't. They're going to try and poke down Yuragi on his first life, but here comes Amar. Blinks in, backline, looks to be able to catch somebody, doesn't. Okay, he's going to throw down the arena, but at the same time, the Dusa is getting gone on here. Multicast, chain stuns, still has plenty of mana to work with, still ready to go with the Stone Gaze.
Epi channel. Thinking
about a pop, and here comes the epicenter. Nice 2-man burrow strike, a huge hit as Mind Controls finds the opportunity. Yuragi actually buying back a third life for the Vengeful Spirit, but instantly gets Stone Gaze. Mind Control almost getting torn apart there, but still alive. Swap back, down, up into the high ground. Yuragi now a spear back, but ILTW, who doesn't actually latch into the trees. A 4th life now for Yuragi as he goes back in his spirit form. Will that be enough to be able to finish off ILTW? Goes for a TP out. What a smart TP, but it wasn't good enough. Misha was there with the Fire Blast just in time. Yuragi, what a big buyback play. 4 Vengeful Spirits in that fight with your 11,000 net worth down. How do you beat that, SVG?
It's like Ag's Wraith King earlier, and then Ag's Wraith King comes online. I mean, he basically got team wiped for his team. He's like, don't worry, guys. Yeah, they look determined in this series. Like, they had a message to send to somebody, I'll say that. Especially this game, too. Like, very coherent game plan, very clear idea of how their heroes combine, what they want to achieve with them, and what that timing window they want to hit is. That 25-minute second Aegis high ground, their lineup excels at that point. Super hard to deal with.
Yeah.
And they got there on all cylinders, and very well executed.
Arena, they get the hook shot to be able to stall out the spear, but at the same time he gets BKB'd and then swapped back out. Yuragi saved his ally. ILTW showing up here with the Scotty, so it's going to be a little bit hard for OG to extract themselves out. The Alacrity doing a good amount of work here, so you can see Misha, who tried to step up to the plate for a Fire Blast, gets blasted himself on its way. You know?
I mean, if OG just jumps him, I think the fight's really hard, but if they can have this Dusa go ham
Smoke
with
breaks. Arena, he managed to catch Miracle, but misses all his spells. The swap back on ILTW, but he does manage to get off the Stone Gaze. The epicenter coming in. Only really hitting the Ogre is not the greatest, but they will be able to deal with the first life of, nice spear back. Double Arena is too much to handle. The first one didn't do that much, but the second one was devastating from Amar, and will pretty much clean up as NIGMA. They're going to have a second round to this fight, a second breath perhaps, as they all buy back. BZM slowed down by the Scotty. God, they need this kill. They need it so badly. It looks like Spear catching it. Oh no, Miracle gets blown up before BZM dies. Die he does, but he ends it on an ultra kill.
This Medusa gets swapped in. She just gets obliterated. It's really hard for NIGMA to jump in with him past double Arena and take the fight through all these BKBs. NIGMA getting jumped again.
Yeah, they actually throw out the hook shot, so they're willingly jumping into this arena, but Amar, he still has his BKB. ILTW does show up, but the Scotty, it only does so much to be able to stop them. You can see Yuragi, he's going to kind of ignore the Dusa and go for the back line, but he's actually running out. Yeah, this Ench is chunking this poor Medusa, and ILTW's out. So is Mind Control, and I believe so is NIGMA Galaxy, as I'm not sure if they want to stick around much longer in this game. The Galaxy at the Gamers Galaxy tournament, they actually got 2-0'd there by NIGMA. Here in the DPC, and arguably some of the matches that matter a little bit more, they seem to be feeling pretty lucky, pretty good about themselves, as this was a very, very clear demonstration by OG.
GH putting on the moves though.
Trying to anyway, but Yuragi's got some moves of his own. Pretty simple point and click pulls GH back into the enemy, and there it is. Amar going for the fountain dives with the arena. Makes for a pretty good hero to do so. Triple kill for Amar to close things out. Any mantles, sir?